Here we are on number 29, and sometimes examples like this one could be a little confusing for people for two main reasons that I'm looking at right now. Reason number one is when people see f being used as a variable, understandably, they think they're looking at some presentation of function notation and they're not sure if they're reading or interpreting what the problem is correctly. So that would be issue number one. And issue number two, why people may have a hard time with something like this, is you guys get really, really weird when the presentation of multiplication is like switched up. So parentheses, side by side, dot, it's all multiplying. So if it makes you feel any better, this is the same as f to the negative third times f to the second times f to the negative third. If looking at the f in general is annoying you and you want to look at it as x to the negative third times x to the second times x to the negative third, go nuts, right? It's all just multiplying, right? So I'm going to leave the x to the positive 2 in my numerator, and I'm going to take those two, and in the next step I'll probably change it back to an f, sorry. The other two variables here, x and x over here, with the negative exponents, I'm going to move those down to my denominator, and that makes my power positive. Yay! Next step, maybe I leave the top, f squared, and on bottom, when you multiply like bases, we add the exponents. If you need to write out a bunch of x's so that you're sure you're doing the right thing, there's no shame in that. Just get the right answer, guys, okay? X, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't have my white out. So, ew, I know. So ugly. Sorry. F to the second. See what happens when you get distracted. And then f to the sixth, right? Now, who has more power? Who's more powerful? The north or the south? You know, the numerator or denominator? In this case, it's the denominator. It has 6 soldiers. The top only has 2 soldiers. They knock each other out. What's left? 1 over f to the 4th power. Some of you maybe did, your own approach, and you end up with f to the negative 4. We don't leave answers with negative exponents with what we're doing right now, but you have to be fluid and flexible and able to very easily, without hesitation, move back and forth. If you end up taking calculus one day and you start taking derivatives, you would rather interpret something like this as f to the negative 4 while you're taking the derivative. Whereas, when you have it simplified and you're trying to evaluate it or present it in a different situation, you would rather leave it f to the negative 4. So you need to be able to just go back and forth without any hesitation. You need to be fluent and fluid with it. To see number 30, click that on the screen. To jump to the playlist, go to that. Hope you are getting all the answers correct. And let's keep it moving. Bye.